This is the iPhone 6 Plus. No, this is the iPhone 6 Plus, and in this video I want to show you why I think that this model, the Plus model of the 6 series, is not a good idea in 2019. And before I trigger people who like this device, let me explain why. Let's get started with this video. I want to start with the fact that this device is really good looking, and I still think that it still doesn't look that bad and it's still a good choice for many people. But if you would want to buy this device right now, I wouldn't recommend you doing it. So the first reason for this is that it has the same internals as the iPhone 6. So it may not appear like this is a reason why not to get this, but think about it. It has a lot bigger display, so that means that there are many more pixels to push, and the very same internals, the very same processor. So if you compare the internals of the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus, it's almost the same, with the difference that the display on the Plus model is a lot bigger, which means that in fact you are having slower device because the very same internals don't have the power or are not gonna be as fast when they have less pixels to push when you compare it to the 6 Plus, where you have a lot bigger display with many more pixels. So you will end up having slower performance, which I don't really think that is something what you want. But if the size is really important to you, and in case the Plus model is something that you want to go for, then you should rather think about the 6S Plus, because the difference in the price isn't gonna be that huge, and the 6S Plus is a lot more powerful. And just like I say, if the display is important for you, then you also know that in the 6S Plus you also have the 3D touch in the display, which means that the display is actually developed a lot better and the display generally is better. But if you don't really care about the size and you have the budget for the iPhone 6 or 6 Plus, then perhaps think about a smaller model. I mean, that would be my advice. I mean, you of course may disagree and may buy whatever you want. I mean, it's your choice, but I wouldn't recommend you getting this Plus model just because I don't really think that it's that powerful. But on the other hand, in case you only intend this device to do some basic tasks, like, you know, if you want to have it laying on your table in your office and you want to just, you know, use it for phone calls and text messages, perhaps some Instagram and Messenger and nothing else, then it's not gonna be a bad device. But for those of you that think about it as a device for some extensive usage, think about the fact that the internals are the same as in the iPhone 6, but here it has more pixels to push, which means that the performance is gonna be slightly worse. The second reason why I don't think that 6 Plus right now is a good idea would be that there still is a chance that you will buy or have one of the defective models. I mean, take a look at the dent on the backside of the iPhone. It's still right here, and that was a known issue. That was a problem when the iPhone 6 was released, alongside with the 6 Plus of course, and those iPhones were bent in the pockets. I'm sure you know about it, but it is still partly irrelevant into 2019 because those people who have bought the early models of this iPhone 6 or 6 Plus still have the iPhones somewhere at home, and in case they want to sell it to you, it's a chance that you will get one of the broken or damaged one. So yeah, this is a chance, this is a risk that you have to think about before buying or getting the 6 Plus or the iPhone 6. But the 6 Plus, the Plus model, had more problems and issues with this when compared to the regular 6. And we are already getting to the third point, but before, I want to tell you that in case you are interested in this kind of videos and in case you don't want to miss the next upload where I will also recommend you buying some iPhone or talk about something like that, then definitely don't forget to click the subscribe button right now and make sure you will never miss anything like that in the future. So the next and the final reason why not to get the iPhone 6 Plus and rather get the 6S Plus is that Apple had time to improve the products. I mean, when the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus were released, there were so many problems with this, including the bendgate. You know, I talked about that already, but it was caused because it was the first time when Apple did release an iPhone with such a big screen, and they did have time to improve it. And with the iPhone 6s Plus, it was already perfectly working. I mean, of course there were some bugs or some issues happening, but it was a lot better than the iPhone 6 Plus, which doesn't make it a worse device, but it just means that there's a bigger probability that something bad is going to happen to the display or to the body of the iPhone 6 Plus, since it is one of the earlier models that Apple did push out. So this will be everything. I really hope you found this video useful and informative. By no means I want to say some bad stuff about the iPhone 6 Plus. It's still definitely a decent phone, but these are the reasons why I consider it to be not a good deal in 2019, and because the prices of the other models similar to this one are so similar that then I wouldn't really think about buying the 6S Plus. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, just like I say, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you won't miss anything important, and if you enjoyed this one, then leave a thumbs up to let me know that you liked it. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.